forks,
Yep.
but it doesn't have dog clutches. So that's like the brake band on an automatic gearbox, in fact. And in a modern gearbox, one would always be loose on its shaft, either the input shaft or the lay shaft. That's 1903, and that is basically what...
You might imagine that the first car to get everything in the right order was the first car ever to be mass-produced, the Model T Ford. By the time it went out of production in 1927, half the cars in the world were Model Ts. So you'd imagine that all the cars that came along afterwards would be laid out in the same way. Luckily, they weren't. Honestly, I'm glad this didn't catch on, because driving a Model T is more complicated than doing eye surgery. It's almost as though Henry Ford was being, I don't know, deliberately obtuse, because to make it move, you have to up the revs with the accelerator, which is here on the steering wheel, there. Then you move the handbrake to the middle, which somehow puts the car in neutral, and then depress the left pedal. Yeah! The only problem is, to maintain this speed, I have to keep my foot pressed hard down on what feels like a very, very heavy clutch pedal. And the pain in my thigh is excruciating. The only way around this is to change into top gear. Now, to do that, we have to go faster, push this lever, the handbrake, that isn't a handbrake, all the way down. Then I can take my foot off that pedal. Now the speed shoots up, whether you like it or not, to about 40. And 40 on wooden wheels in a world with hardly any roads is terrifying.
Jeremy and I were beginning to believe we'd never find the first car with what we'd now call conventional controls. But then we stumbled on this.